Hello, I'm Jan Shravinsky and this is Military Mind. Armed conflicts, defense and security, land, sea and air. We've got you covered. Today marks exactly 3 years since Russian troops invaded Ukraine in the early morning hours of the 24th of February 2022. As Ukraine's key allies arrived in Kiev to mark the solemn anniversary, the Russian Defense Ministry announced that overnight air defense systems intercepted and destroyed 22 Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicles. Now, as a result of this attack, in the Ryazan region, drone debris sparked a fire at the grounds of a business enterprise, but without causing any casualties. Local Telegram channels citing eyewitnesses are saying that drones struck an oil refinery in the area where the fire started. In the 3 years of fighting in Ukraine, both sides have suffered staggering losses, with independent sources confirmed by journalists claiming that Moscow lost over 450,000 people in the conflict. Experts note that these figures are much higher than the official numbers released by Russian authorities. Moscow very rarely discloses information about losses, and the latest official figures were made public back in the fall of 2022, putting the number at around 6,000 dead. According to investigators, most of the casualties are made up of mobilized recruits and fighters from private military companies. The high casualty rates have been confirmed both by satellite images of mass graves and reports on significant increases in payments to the families of the dead. Ukrainian officials also claim that Russian forces are suffering tremendous losses in their attempts to hold or advance on the front line, especially in the Donetsk and Zaporizhia regions. Moving on to the front line now, since the beginning of the war, Russia advanced from the north, east and south, rapidly seizing vast areas of Ukrainian territory. But in November 2022, Kiev's troops regained control of the city of Kherson and the right bank part of the Kherson region. In September that same year, Ukrainian forces conducted a successful counteroffensive in the Kharkiv region, liberating more than 8,800 square kilometers of territory and about 300 settlements. In August 2024, Ukraine launched a significant incursion into Russia's Kursk region, marking a notable escalation in the conflict. This offensive saw Ukrainian forces advancing approximately 10 kilometers into Russian territory, seizing control over an estimated 250 square kilometers of land. And the Donetsk region, for Ukrainian troops, has become the most difficult part of the front. Seizing cities one by one, the Russians are getting closer to Pokrovsk, which will help them hold on to the Donetsk region in the near future. Now we open today's episode with footage showing precision at its finest. 2 direct mortar strikes landing right in the middle of a Russian unit. The hit is the work of Brigada Rubish and Sila Svobody, whose firepower left the Russians no room to flee. The clip captures the moment when the mortars hit their mark, leaving enemy forces in disarray. A special dedication is inscribed on the shells, a message delivered with explosive accuracy.
Працюємо по москалям і посилаємо їм наш такий подарочок.
By the way, inscriptions on missiles and other projectiles, this was a thing from the beginning of the war. You can actually pay to have your dedication inscribed on such a projectile, and the proceeds would go to charity towards helping Ukraine defend itself. A very interesting initiative indeed. And now for a fiery welcome for the occupiers. Ukraine's FPV trio strikes again in the Kharkiv region, slicing through Russian anti-drone defenses with deadly precision. This piece of footage captures the destruction of 4 BMPs, 4 tanks, and a truck, all meticulously tracked and eliminated. The battlefield belongs to those who strike first and strike hard. See the raw power of Ukraine's drone warfare in action, leaving no piece of Russian armor safe. And as you may remember, drone warfare has also evolved tremendously. Back in the early days of the war, it was the Bayraktar that was making the headlines. Who actually remembers that one? It has been relegated to reconnaissance missions now because it is too large, too easy to intercept, and FPV drones have taken its place. Now, moving on, and in this clip coming up, you'll be able to see a team of Ukrainian soldiers carry out an attack near Novotroitsk in the Donetsk region, eliminating Russian positions in close quarters combat. The operation takes place in intense urban and trench warfare conditions, where every move could mean the difference between life and death. See the footage from this high-risk mission, showcasing the skill and determination of Ukrainian fighters as they push through enemy-held territory. Victory is won, one battle at a time. And we close out with footage captured in Toretsk in August of 2024 and showing Ukrainian assault units from the Lyut Brigade and the Tsunami unit preparing for intense urban combat. As they advance through the city streets, they engage in heavy firefights, taking cover in residential buildings and suppressing enemy positions with automatic fire. This footage captures the chaos and intensity of modern warfare in the Donetsk region, where every block and every floor becomes a battlefield.
Всем куку нахуй, ебать. Турецкое направление, запомните такими. Хаю-хайна. Счастливые лица, на. Счастливые лица, на. Счастливые.
Счастливые, да?
Счастливые.
Remember how they said they would take Kiev in 3 days? 3 years later, Kiev still stands, Ukraine still fights, and the Ukrainian army continues to adapt and impress everyone with their resilience and determination. The Ukrainians are the kind of ally you want to have on your side. Washington, are you listening? And with this, we conclude this edition of military mind. Please stay with us here on TDP World for more latest news and updates.